Master Sivananda asked Swami Vishnu if he saw God in the carpenter.
Bring Jesus Christ tomorrow into a church. Who will be the first to crucify him? Tell me honestly. Who will be the first people to crucify him? The church and the Christians will crucify him. Is it true or not? Yes. Will you know that real Jesus will? No, they won't. They won't accept him. So, when the student comes to the teacher, he already had certain experience. You cannot just bring a nightclub man and bring to a great advanced state. You will keep him silent. He's great. Will you be able to change him, his habits, because he's living in a great state? Tell me honestly. Will it change? That again, possibly again, I'm asking. Bring 10 people from the nightclub, force them out, and come to the teacher. Come on, sit near him. Pardon? Okay. Why 9 didn't change, 1 changed? Why? Because the one had already some experience. The moment he saw the teacher, it awakened his past experience, just like she mentioned. His experience is past experience. This you must remember. There is nothing secret in a teacher's hand. Please believe me. It's only in your imagination. There's a romantic life. After marriage, you are going to get married, and wife and children, and husband come home, and you are going to greet him. It's all only in a romance. So there is no such things. We can talk from, I can just make this very beautiful, melodious, oh, I went to the Himalayas and I sat under Swami Sivananda, it is so much. I can also emotionally bring your mind, is it not? I can, 2 ways I can bring you to Sivananda. Emotionally, by talking about, oh, what a great sage, just sit near him, you are in Samadhi. I can talk that way. You have to believe. Or I explain, Swami Sivananda was just like any other ordinary man. He ate, he prayed with us, he talked with us, he was just like a businessman, he acted. But also, we saw his other side of life. I gave both sides, his business attitude plus his spiritual life, because when the tests are shown, he is able to identify with the various situations. So I gave both sides. So I didn't put him in the romantic side of yoga and he is the only great yogi. I just gave my experience on both sides of him. But when you put a master, oh, he is observing silence, he must be great, and I got benefit, it is not because of him, it is because of your progress. You had done certain progress. This you must remember, and this is the right and this is the truth. No teacher can help you unless you are ready, and only he can help as far as you already reach your state. From that moment onwards, the stage, he can bring you very back to a place where you already reached. From that moment onwards, it is a hard brick. You are facing the brick wall. Teacher cannot help you, you have to walk. When I met first time a master, he touched me, he did certain things. I could see all my asanas and pranayama. He asked me to teach yoga. I don't know, how can I teach yoga? I never much have learned, but he said, you can. Now, certain things came immediately after that. He ignited that portion, which I already know. Asana, pranayama, certain mudras and bandhas, certain experiences came very fast. But from that onwards, what? It is a hard struggle. Every inch I had to walk. Though I lived with the greatest master, he could not help. Every inch I had to walk and fight for my spiritual right. But the stage I reached when I met first time my master, you go, will you able to make you to reach the same stage I reached? No, because you haven't. But maybe you'll find some peace, some joy, some experience. Oh yes, you want more desire to enter more, want to learn more spiritual life. That much you can bring you. Maybe first stage, inquiry, or vicharana, or tanumana. Any stage he can bring you, whichever the stage you are already reached in your past. This is the purpose of all this talk. You will understand this as I finish more in the 7th stage. So the teacher itself cannot help the student until you are ready, and he can only bring you to that stage where you reach your progress in the past. From that onwards, it is a hard struggle. But the presence of a teacher and right atmosphere will definitely help you in your march. It's like he gave the right atmosphere and right conditions. You are able to do more yoga and practice meditation, do your discipline, your diet, everything. Your atmosphere is here. You try to do at home alone. Will you be able to do the same thing? No, because so a teacher's presence and atmosphere and ashrams and this all will help you. Definitely, no doubt about it. If I didn't stay with my master 2 years and I went to a cave and lived myself, I don't think I would have gone anywhere. But my living with the master, I am able to analyze and study many things, and then I can incorporate that knowledge in my personal life. I am still doing it. Many things I saw and watched him, and he did very. He did not just give public lectures, but he tried to teach a simple way. As I gave several examples, and I was just I was a personal assistant. Master was sitting on the table, and he wants a carpenter to do some carpentry work. In India, the carpenters and blacksmiths and goldsmiths, washermen, they're all classes, lower classes. They're all belong to a specific group, pot makers and so forth. We got this distinction, class distinction, which are the work they do. And we look on these carpenters and blacksmiths and so forth, upper class people in a very low stage, I will never do a carpentry work or a pottery work, even if I starve to death, because I am from upper class, I will do only upper class job. So thank God, this one thing beauty in your society, you don't have this distinction. As long as money is paid, you are ready to do any job. Someone pays for you. But not in India. The upper class people, they starve to death until I get the same kind of position and same type of work which is suitable to my standard of my background. I will not take it, even if it provides money and the food. It's a very terrible tragedy in our society. That's why we are not progressing materially. In your society, you will be anything. Some good is there in your way of life. So anyhow, when I come to the yoga, naturally, we have to forget this distinction, class distinction, caste distinctions. We have to forget all these things. So I was, for 6 or 8 months, I was master's personal assistant. He said, so every time they call carpenters, they may have some work to do. And the carpenter comes naturally from the lower class, and he's a sardar, sick man, sick with a beard and so forth. And there are also upper class and lower class Sikhs are there, untouchables and Sikhs. Even in that community, they got some Sikhs are low because they're doing carpentry work. And moreover, I'm a Swami and coming from upper class, and he's a carpenter, he's there, I'm paid, he's my... So I just went outside and shouted, hey, carpenter, come here. It's just my old habit, stupid habit. And it's not actually, I didn't mean to hurt him, or it is just a habit, and he also didn't mind at all, because he accustomed to this type of call every day from everyone, is it not? So he didn't mind, he accepted a natural thing, and I accepted a natural thing. And when the work is over, Master heard how I called him. Afterwards, sister, you came to see God. Did you see God in that carpenter? No, Swami. You call him carpenter. Why don't you call him and respect him with his sardar? Because when you call a sick man, the Sikh people, not SYVC, Sikh people with the Sikh community, we have to call Sardar. Sardar is a kind of respected word. Why don't you call him Sardarji, come here? Why do you call him Carpenter? It's not a kind of